we're on the air, and for the third time here in 2024, it's WASP Race Day here for our first ever road course race in the Winston All-American Series. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Papyrus Motorsports Park for stop number 3 of the 2024 season of the WASP. We're here in Waltham, Massachusetts, getting ready to kick off today's race here at Papyrus, the rockauto.com 200K. We're welcoming you to the track with live coverage on the North American Sim Racing Network. My name is Trey Wright. 42 drivers getting ready to take on this high endurance 7-turn road course, more of a super speedway than a road course here in New England. Our third stop of the season, our first road course in series history, set to be a good one here in Massachusetts. On the pole, Matthew Hubert driving the number 9 Zin Machine. Alongside him is Roy Rippleton. We'll get to the rest of your starting lineup in just a few moments, but let's go down to your point standings, down to the bottom of your screen. Caleb Rose has taken over the points lead. He leads it by 10 positions, or 10 points over Roy Rippleton. Vincent left in the third spot. Logan Alexander falls down to 4th, and Alex Lozano your top 5, or rounds out your top 5 in the points. Rose starts 9th today. Rippleton starts on the outside pole position. Jeff Vincent left starts in 3rd. Logan Alexander starts deep in the field, down in the 39th position, and then Alex Lozano starts even deeper in 40th. But without further ado, let's go down trackside to get the most famous words in motorsports and get this first ever road course race in WASP history kicked off, ladies and gentlemen.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines roar to life here on the pit lane of the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Everybody rolls off the pit lane momentarily. Like we said, Matthew Hubert starts on the pole position. Make sure everybody comes off of the pit road. There's Logan Alexander alongside Alex Lozano. Your starting lineup on the left-hand side of your screen. Hubert already pocketing 5 points for having the pole position here today, trying to lead the most laps here. There's Caleb Rose, who, like we said, is your points leader after 2 races. Currently with 385 points to his name. Had a good couple of races to start off. Almost had the win at North Wilkesboro, but not able to quite get the job done. We'll go down to your race analysis. This will be a 17-lap race with no pit stops, so it's just a mad dash to the finish. However, there will be cautions. This is the only road course in which we have cautions, as the field goes through treacherous turn number 4, banked at 31 degrees. Actually, not quite 31 degrees. I believe it's 25 degrees in the corner. It is the only left or right-handed turn on this course to make it a road course. And we're going to see a lot of action going through turn 4 here today. That is the trouble spot. But no pit stops on this track. It's a 3.77-mile road course with 7 turns, each of them of varying degrees of skill to navigate around. Like we said, no cautions. Our only road course this season in which we don't have cautions. The other 2, Thornton, the only road course we do have cautions on. Thornton does not have cautions, and neither will Watkins Glen. So as the field rolls through turn number 7, all the drivers check in to make sure their belts are tight one more time. Ready to do battle for 17 laps around the Papyrus Motorsports Park here this afternoon. Pace car will make the hard left-hand turn down the pit lane, likely the only car to hit the pit lane without damage here today. But Hubert, Rippleton, trundle down the front straightaway. They're in the Reese's restart zone. Green flag is in the air. We're live for race 3 at Papyrus. Hubert leads the field into turn number 4, and already some cars going into the outside wall. It's the 14 machine of Nathan Buchanan who will ride the Lightning, and Caleb Rose already. We've got some massive accident back in the back. And it's a logjam like we saw at North Wilkesboro a couple of days ago. Logan Alexander is in it. Eric Monaco, Bradley Ream, Rich Roy. 2 races in a row. He will finish with damage on that car. Same thing with Will Parrish. Ryan Durrani is in it. Same with the 13 of Logan Williams. Danny Fallington, Nathan Stapleton, Alex Sandoval, Juan Rodriguez, and many other more, and that is commonplace here at Papyrus. Race back to the line will be won by the Zin machine of Matthew Hubert. And already didn't take long for chaos to strike here. Kasumi Takashi in it as well. That's 2 straight races that she's received some hard damage. Dylan Matthews caught up in it. Same with Lozano in the 16 with a little bit of damage. But everybody else getting back to the start-finish line with ease. We'll make sure nobody ARCA breaks in the back of the field, which they sometimes tend to do here at Papyrus. Brad Stover with some front-end damage as well. It's not been a good start to the season for Stover. Currently sitting 30th in the points. Same with Rich Roy and Will Parrish, who they were all finish towards the back end of the field here today. But Matthew Hubert led the field back to the stripe. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the afternoon here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Judging by the tire tracks, it was a lot of cars going sideways in a place you don't want to be. So we mentioned Nathan Buchanan scraping the outside wall a split second before it happened, but they were 5 wide at one point. He gets into Eric Monaco, who gets into Rich Roy, and then 2 separate accidents like we saw at North Wilkesboro, and it's on. God, Ryan Durrani took a huge hit. Same with Bradley Ream in the 19, and then it's just clogged down in here. Much like North Wilkesboro, there is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide here at Papyrus, especially through this bottleneck down here. We have seen time and time again in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series, and now here today, just how clogged this short chute between turns 4 and 5 can be. There's Monaco, Logan Alexander, Stapleton, Juan Rodriguez, Parrish, Logan Williams, in the 13. See who else got caught up in this. Dylan Matthews, like we said, Stover, Takashi. That was pretty much it. So really just about a 15-car pileup, bringing out the first caution of the day here on lap number 1 here at Papyrus. Following here in real time with Rich Roy in the number 22 Octane machine. He takes a couple of hard hits, as Logan Williams probably took the hardest hit of him as well in that 13 car. But nobody having to get towed back, so everybody at least able to drive away from the scene. But a tough break for about 5 or so guys that will go behind the wall. But Matthew Hubert led them back to the stripe, and he will be your race leader when we go back to Green Flag Racing here in the RockAuto.com 200K. And we're back here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, cleaning up our first caution of the day. And a lot of cars go into the garage area. I count 8 in the area right now, ranging from last race's winner Tyreek Hartman, who blew a header under the caution flag, Dylan Matthews, Juan Rodriguez, Kasumi Takashi, Rich Roy, Logan Williams, Will Parrish, Bradley Ream, and the 12 of Ryan Durrani, all in the garage area. 33 cars remain on the racetrack. Everybody's on the lead lap. quite a few cars with damage, but with this being such short of a race, we don't expect them to catch up to lap traffic anytime soon. Maybe Alex Sandoval with literally missing the back end. Aerodynamics play such an important part here of the racing at Papyrus. With your top 5 going back to the Reese's restart zone: Hubert, Ribbleton, Taylor, Vincent left, Taylor, and Peter Rashwalski. Green flag back out in the air here. 5 laps completed, 12 to go. And hopefully we can get a green flag run here to the end, especially with how lengthy that caution was. Hopefully get a nice green flag run to settle things up. Little mini 5-car breakaway for the race lead. Now Ribbleton goes down to the inside of Hubert, not able to get down to the quarter panel just yet. Vincent left up on the high side, and that outside wall can come out and bite you, as it nearly just did. It looks like Toby Murphy got caught up in the outside wall. And everybody's able to get through, but meanwhile, for the lead, Ribbleton gonna tuck back in behind that 9 car. Now he'll move down to the inside. He's got to run underneath Hubert, door to door through turn 7. He will have the preferred line, and Roy Ribbleton will get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Fastest lap belongs to Matthew Hubert so far. We'll see if Ribbleton changes that. No, it's Orman, who is a flying lap there. He's making his way up to the 3rd spot. 11 laps to go. Here from Papyrus already. Hopefully it would be a caution-free 11 laps. But Ribbleton moves up on the outside. That's going to open the door for Hubert down to this heavy braking zone, as now Vincent left will ride the lightning on the outside wall. He'll get caught up in it. Everybody gets through with ease. You see the damage on the driver's side of Toby Murphy. Trying to find where Caleb Rose is. Rose currently back in 22nd. Not the run that he wanted, especially with Roy Ribbleton leading this race. It's actually the 33 car of Mike Vincent Jr., who now has the fastest lap. Orman fell way off that time by. At the stripe. Now, Ribbleton had the fastest lap for a second, but it's taken away by Owen Miles, who's flying in that 99 car. First time this season we're mentioning a lot of these guys up towards the front. Hubert we haven't seen at all. Neither is Taylor. I don't think we even mentioned Owen Miles' name aside from the full field rundown last race. Orman was up in the mix back in North Wilkesboro. Riley Sampson was in the top 10. 3 wide through the corners. Lucien Bianchi will make some contact. Nearly goes up into Rogel Dorn. Everybody scraping that outside wall. Getting a Papyrus stripe through that little cross section. And speaking of cross, it's the crossover move as the caution is out. And somebody didn't get through. That's Reggie Fogelman, who's junked in the 2 car. And same with Alex Sandoval. It looks like it's a 2-car accident that brings out the 2nd caution of the day. At the stripe, Ribbleton will lead at the line. And Ribbleton, no, it's Owen Miles who continues to have the faster lap. But we're going to get this race restarted with less than 7 laps to go, I'd gauge. Well, yeah, obviously 7 laps to go. Probably less than 5 laps to go. Remember, we do have green-white checkered finishes here. But as everybody makes their way back to the stripe, nobody ARCA brakes, everybody's okay. And we're all chilling here, going through the right-hander. Sandoval and Roy Ribbleton caught up in an accident. It's like, Reggie Fogelman caught up in the accident. As Roy Ribbleton will lead. Let's see what happened to Reggie Fogelman and Alex Sandoval to bring out the second caution of the afternoon here in the RockAuto.com 200K. So going through the right-hander, which has been Calamity Corner, as it is usually, Fogelman washes up the track, is able to keep it off the wall, but comes down into the 21 of Roberto Crown Jr., who turns him into that outside wall. Crown Jr. caught up in it as well. So it's a 3-car accident. You see all the damage on that twisted T21 car. Those body panels are pretty twisted if you ask me. But Fogelman will come to rest in the middle of the racing groove. Now let's go back to Sandoval. He's going to try and avoid this 2-car. I don't think he hits it straight on. I think he's probably just going to hit him broadside. And then right there, oh, just barely caught the quarter panel on the left side of that Ford Taurus, but immediately kills the car. And you folks are getting a behind-the-scenes shot of what is inside these Winston All-American Series cars. But just a tough break for both Fogelman and Sandoval, 2 drivers who haven't had a lot of success in the early stages of this season. But like we said, we're only a fifth of the way through the year, so there's still plenty of time for these guys to get back into contention for this championship. That's still a long ways off and a short time to get there, but unfortunate for both the 96 and the 2 here, caught up on an accident on lap number 8. Following in real time with Reggie Fogelman, he's able to keep his car off the wall, but goes down into Crown Jr. Probably would have been better for him to just ride the lightning up there. It looks like he's going to drive away, but gets killed there by Sandoval. Unfortunately for both of those drivers, they will finish their days in the garage area. And you see all the fluid leaking from Sandoval's car, so we're probably going to have yet another lengthy caution period. But Roy Ribbleton won the race back to the line. Let's see what he can do on the restart here in the late stages of the RockAuto.com 200K. We're back here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, wrapping up our second caution of the afternoon. It was a piston that ultimately took out the 96 of Sandoval, and of course that accident that took out Fogelman. 31 cars remain on the racetrack, all of them are on the lead lap, and yet another lengthy caution period will give us a 5-lap dash to the end of this race. The field goes through turn number 7. Your top 5 going back to the race's restart zone are Fogelman, Hubert. Excuse me, no, that's Ribbleton. Ribbleton, Fogelman, same thing, unfortunately. Roy Ribbleton, Matthew Hubert, Owen Miles, Skylar Taylor, and Riley Sampson. Pace car makes a hard left-hand turn down the pit area. And through the restart zone they go. Green flag back out in the air. 5, count them, 5 laps to go here from Papyrus. Nobody really with a good start yet. Taylor's the first car to duck out of line, but he will quickly go back in. Hubert looking for a run. He won't take it. Owen Miles will. He's got Riley Sampson with him side by side for second and fourth rather. Hubert's going to have the preferred line through the inside, and Owen Miles is going to lose some track position. Here comes Donnie Fallington in the 25, looking to make some noise. This is all happening behind Roy Ribbleton. We've got another car going around. It's another big accident on the back straightaway. Mike Vincent Jr., Danny Fallington. Oh, and a hard hit as Brian Ferris nearly goes upside down. Trey Smith, Brad Stover, Chris Reynolds. As the field piles in, but to the line. Owen Miles looking to go down to the inside. He can quite get there. Ribbleton will lead them back to the stripe, and ladies and gentlemen, we will have a green-white checkered finish. The end of a chaotic race here at Papyrus. Rogel Doran destroyed. Cement Oskin destroyed. Tristan Rashwelski, Brian Ferris, Logan Alexander, the 17 car of Josh Harmon, and Caleb Rose, the points leader coming into today, will finish the race in the garage area. Stapleton as well. Smith, Buchanan, Toby Murphy. A lot of cars caught up in this mess. But let's quickly review what happened to bring out the third caution of the night. Of the afternoon, rather. Here at Papyrus, another big wreck going through turn 4. Let's see what happened to bring out caution numero tres. And the rockauto.com 200K, it's been a chaotic one to say the least. So it's ultimately Mike Vincent Jr. making it 3 wide through the corner that'll bring out the third caution of the afternoon. He washes up into Peter Rashwalski while Rashwalski is trying to keep it off the wall. He does not. And around goes the 33 and the 8 along with Jeff Vincent left. So a huge point stay for Roy Ribbleton with 2 of the top 3 out. And Toby Murphy barely gets caught in the 69. And it's just chaos from there. Matt Oskin, Trey Smith barely caught up in it. There's Caleb Rose, who had a great start, just unable to get there. And it's another log jam going through the straightaway. Nowhere for anybody to go as Brian Ferris took a shot there from the 14. That's not going to be the hardest shot he took. Nathan Stapleton, that is where he is going to almost flip over the 73 as Stapleton gets rear-ended by Logan Alexander. And then Ferris on his side, the second race in a row we have seen an undercarriage. There's Tristan Rashwalski, Jeff Vincent left, Roberto Crown Jr., Lozano, Harmon, and a couple of guys up here. We saw Toby Murphy have to get towed back. We'll take another look at Murphy. What happened to him? Well, Toby Murphy just got clipped there by Vincent Jr., got into the outside wall, and then he'll get tagged here by a couple of cars. The most by Nathan Buchanan in the 14. Finally comes down to rest. We're going to go on board with one driver that saw Brian Ferris's car, as Ferris will just take himself out by rear-ending the 14. Oh, and Nathan Buchanan did go upside down. So put it in the history books, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first official flip in the Winston All-American Series. Buchanan going upside down on the 14 machine. Wow. On board here with Logan Alexander, your Michigan winner. Nowhere for him to go. He nearly watches Brian Ferris go upside down. And then we'll ride along here with Ferris as he almost did go upside down. He's going to punt Nathan Buchanan. And then right there, Rogel Dorn. Hits Buchanan broadside. That'll send that 14 car to the garage area. But another massive pileup puts us under caution for the third time here this afternoon. And it's green-white checker time here in Waltham, Massachusetts from Papyrus. As Roy Ribbleton looks to finish what he started. Start on the outside pole, looking to finish in position number 1. Let's see what he's able to do here on the restart in our first ever green-white checkered in the Winston All-American Series. And we're back here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, wrapping up our third caution of the afternoon. Everybody that got knocked out from that, ranging from Logan Alexander all the way up to the one of Eric Monaco. So Monaco, Danny Fallington, Alex Lozano, Caleb Rose, Matt Oskin, Rogel Dorn, Toby Murphy, Mike Vincent Jr., Nathan Buchanan, Josh Harmon, Tristan Rashwalski, Brian Ferris, Nathan Stapleton, all knocked out from that massive accident. 17 cars remain on the track, and it's green-white checkered time here at Papyrus. Your top 5 going back to the Reese's Restart Zone. Ribbleton, Owen Miles, Matthew Hubert, Donnie Fallington, and Riley Sampson. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go here from Papyrus. And hopefully should be less chaotic now that we have only 17 cars on the track. Less than half the field, but Owen Miles is looking to make this finish chaotic down to the inside of Ribbleton. Can he clear him going through the right-hander? That's going to be the key here if he wants to take this race lead away. He's got to duck down right now. He's got the room. He's going to stay on the outside lane. Now he ducks down. Owen Miles to the point. And Ribbleton might lose third here. He's going to wash him the outside wall, and Ribbleton is in the wall. No caution yet. Everybody will get through. Owen Miles just trying to get back to the start-finish line. These guys should have enough fuel to make it another 4 miles. But through turn 7, white flag in the air, this time by Owen Miles in that Waffle House Pontiac, looking for the upset here. White flag in the air one more time around the Papyrus Motorsports Park for Owen Miles. Matthew Hubert now in second, but he's 0.4 of a second back. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch up, and he is hauling on Miles. Only a 2-car deficit between the 99 and the 9 on lap 19. Owen Miles had the fastest car all day long, and he is trying to steal the victory away. Through turn 4 for the final time, clean for everybody involved. Hubert might be a little too far back. Miles, oh, he had to let out of the gas just a little bit there. Hubert still about 4 car lengths off. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But through turn 7 for the final time, Owen Miles. Off the final corner, Owen Miles wins a chaotic race here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Owen Miles is going to Gatorade Victory Lane in race 3. The fastest car of the day, and he had to beat out Hubert there by 0.2 of a second. Another close finish here. But what a race, what a finish. Owen Miles wins the race. Matthew Hubert, oh so close. Skylar Taylor will get 3rd, John Andrews 4th, and Roy Ribbleton fell all the way back to 7th, but he will be your points leader going into the next race at Homestead. But what a race for Owen Miles there. And what a win. And Miles currently 32nd in the points coming into today, but he is going to leapfrog his way up into the top 10. In fact, a lot of these guys are lower in the points with the exception of Ribbleton. Oh, Matthew Hubert, actually. Hubert was actually 9th in points, so he'll probably be up there. But this is really going to shake up the points here going into Homestead. But Owen Miles is your winner. Hubert, 0.18 of a second off from the victory. Skylar Taylor, John Andrews, Donnie Fallington, your top 5. Bianchi, Ribbleton, Sampson, both the Sampson brothers finishing right next to one another again. And Jana Fogelman rounds out your top 10. Take a look and see everybody who retired from this race, ranging from Eric Monaco down to Ryan Durrani. Chaos here at Papyrus. But as typically what we like to see here on the North American Sim Racing Network. Chaos, slightly controlled chaos here in the NASRM. But that'll do it here from the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Don't go anywhere too soon. We wrap up the month of January with the Valvoline 150 from the Homestead Miami Speedway on January 31st. Don't go anywhere as well. We've also got the Flowmaster GT Championship as well. That kicking off with the Daytona 2.4 already happening. Stay tuned for the second race of that coming soon in February. Should be a fun one here as we are officially at the 5th of the waypoint through the Winston All-American Series 2024 campaign. It's been a fun one here so far. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. that'll do it from me. My name is Trey Wright. On behalf of everybody here at the North American Sim Racing Network, thank you for tuning in to today's coverage of the RockAuto.com 200K. Congratulations once again to Owen Miles, and from the Papyrus Motorsports Park, here are your points after race number 3. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.